Hi everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm PPE and this is the Peso Pro episodes where we talk about money management tips and peso tricks. Today, sasagutin po natin yung mga tanong nyo about MP2 and we're gonna use an MP2 calculator that I made to run some scenarios para masagot ko yung pinaka-common na tinatanong in the MP2 videos that I've uploaded a couple months ago. Ano ba ang pinaka-effective or ang pinaka-efficient na way na para kumita sa MP2? And we're gonna run a few scenarios para matest natin kung ano mangyayari using actual historical dividend yields of MP2. I'm sure you want to know which one yields the best. So without further ado, let's go. So I created a calculator to actually help para sagutin yung magkano magkikitain ko dyan, paano ba kumikita sa MP2, and I'd just like to start with saying this one is not commissioned by the Pag-ibig Fund or it's in no way connected to the Pag-ibig Fund. So this is meant to be an estimate. They yield very close results to the actual dividends that I got in prior years. So I feel like the computation is more or less the same. You may have some minor discrepancies, but the intent of this calculator is to estimate. Ang final pa rin po na amount is what the MP2 fund from Pag-ibig tells you at the end of your investment horizon. Now, this calculator assumes that you will invest and reinvest the dividends every year for 5 years. So, as you know, MP2 is a 5-year fixed-term investment. So, hindi pwedeng kunin yung principal before the end of 5 years subject to may mga specific lang na scenarios in cases of emergency that you can find in the Pag-ibig website. I also want to hit 2 birds with 1 stone para sagutin na rin yung tanong kung ano ba yung scenario na pinaka-kikita ka ng malaki sa MP2 while we go through the calculator, and I hope this also serves as a guide for you to do your own calculations later on. You can get a copy of this MP2 calculator if you sign up for my mailing list. So don't worry, I will not spam you, but you can just click on the link in the description box and in the comment section. You will be able to download a copy of this calculator, save it for your purpose, and hopefully it helps you plan your MP2 journey. So for this video, we're gonna talk about 3 distinct scenarios. So in these scenarios, ang gagawin natin is to find out ano ba yung total 5-year amount if you invest a specific amount of money. In this case, inassume ko that the person will invest 10,000 pesos per month. So patas-patas silang lahat. Over 5 years, that's about 600,000 pesos. Now, obviously, whatever your amount is, right, in MP2, it's voluntary. So you actually don't need to invest a specific amount every month. Pwedeng mag-iba-iba yun. You don't even have to invest every month. You can invest kung kailan ka may extra, and hence why we have the 3 scenarios in front. Then, lastly, I'm also gonna use the years 2016 to 2020 para makita natin yung actual dividends ng Pag-ibig. Now, obviously, if you just started or kung nag-start ka less than 5 years ago, then your total MP2 fund hindi pa kompleto. So, you will have to wait for dividends na ma-declare the following year. Typically, around mga April to May timing nila sinasabi yung dividends for the previous year. Right? So, here, what we can do is we can check these 3 scenarios. So, una, ang tanong lagi sa akin is, P, mas okay ba na one time, big time ko sa simula ilalagay? And hayaan ko na lang siya dyan, wala na akong gagawin sa kanya. Or, B, better ba na monthly ako naguhulog and I do regular payments every month? Or, better ba na sabi kasi nila mas maganda daw pag naka-lump sum? Right? So, pwede bang annually ako mag-lump sum? So, meaning, every year, maglilikom ako ng pera, lalagay ko muna sa savings account ko or whatever. Pwedeng ipunin mo lang sa envelope or whatever you want. And at the end of the year ko siya ilalagay sa MP2, mas okay ba yun? Right, so we're gonna go through those scenarios para ma-explain ko rin sa inyo yung calculator that is right in front of us. So here, what this does is basically it gives you an simulation nung 5 years, right? So dito, ina-assume ko that you will really accumulate your contribution. So kung nag-annual ka kasi na payout ng dividends, walang masyadong math, right? It's just your prorated dividends for the year. Kung magkano yung nilagay mo, then yun yung makukuha mo every year. Typically, nagkakaiba lang yung mga calculation if gumagalaw yung investments mo from one year to the next year. So, meaning accumulate ka ng money within the fund. Here, makita nyo may 5 different tables of the year. So, year 1, year 2, year 3, 4, 5. And then there's an extra. The extra, gagamitin nyo lang to if hindi kayo nag-start ng January of year 1. So, let's say, for example, nag-start kayo, let's say ngayon, kayo nag-start. So, ngayon, November, meaning, matatapos yung 5 years nyo sa November pa of your 5th year. Since kulang, pag hindi natin nilagyan nun, you can use until November here in this extra table para ma-simulate nyo yung buong 5 years or 60 months of your term. Now, kung nag-start kayo ng January, then you don't have to use this green table. You can just leave this as blank. Okay. Now, I also made this a bit more simplified. Yung mga yellow cells po lamang yung kailangan yung lagyan ng value. So we can go ahead and set this up for everyone who wants to set up their own trackers. So sa year, you can start again. Gagamitin natin 2016, 2020 para meron tayong rates na ready na. So what you will use is 2016, you will notice na nag-auto na po yung mga white cells. So you don't have to change that. Yung yellow cells ang yung kailangan yung i-input para mas madali. Now, you will notice na yung dividend rates every year may yellow cell, meaning you will have to input a dividend rate every year. Now, ang tanong, saan ko ba malalaman yung dividend rate na yun? For historical rates, meaning for years na natapos na po, I link that website here. So you can actually click this and it should land you to the Pag-ibig Fund landing page. And mag-scroll lang po kayo sa ilalim, you will see the various dividend rates, I think, for the last 10 years. Since 5 years lang yung term, we start with 2016 until 2020. So, itong 7.43 and so on and so forth. What you will just need to do is itong 7.43, you copy and you paste dito sa dividend rate. That's it. So, meaning ngayon, meron na kayong dividend rate for year 1. Now, all you have to do is also, sa year 2, is i-copy nyo rin yung year 2 dividend rates and you put that there. Ganun lang po yung setup. Now, ang question is, paano kung wala pang dividend rate for that year? The tool will default to 0. So, what you can do, let's say for example, noong 2020, hindi pa na-release, what you can do, maybe you can use the prior year rate para lang ma-estimate, or you can use a certain number na average of the past, so maybe 6%. Right? So, just remember na pag na-declare na yung dividends, kailangan nyo lang baguhin para makuha nyo yung actual computation. Okay. So far, meron na tayong year, meron na tayong dividend rate. Let's go to our scenarios para mapakita ko sa inyo how you actually plot this. So what you can see here is number 1, let's go with the scenario na one time, big time at the start. So dito, let's go to the calculator. Dito nalagay ko na yung rates, so 7.43, 8.11, etc. Here, ang sabi lang doon, in that scenario, what we actually want to do is pagkabukas natin ng MP2, babagsakan natin siya ng 600,000. This could be savings na save mo na like prior, or this can be maybe money that you have in another instrument na gusto mong ilipat sa MP2 because the yield is higher, right? Typically mga 6 or 7% tax-free and also insured by the government. So it's actually a really good deal to build wealth over time. What you will see here, ipa-plot lang natin kung kailan mo siya nilagay. So let's say na lang for simplicity, we will put it in January. So noong January 2016 tayo nag-open ng account. So parang New Year's resolution ito. Right? So you have 600,000 here. You will see na nag-earn siya ng dividend na 44,580. What does that mean? Siyempre, nung time na naglagay ka, hindi mo pa alam yung dividend rate, right? So hindi mo pa alam, hindi mo yan makikita. But at year 2017, di-declare nila na okay, yung dividend rate ng year na yan is 7.43. So, naka-multiply lang siya. The benefit of starting with a big amount is actually na you will see na yung dividend na na-earn niya, yung buong 7.43. You will quickly notice na pag nilipat ko siya, for example, nung July ka nag-start, you will notice na nangalahati lang yung dividend na in-earn. So, let's say, lagay natin silang dalawa magkatabi. Sorry, not 6 million. Yan. What you will see is, kung sa July ka nag-start, half na lang yung dividend na nakuha mo. Why is that so? Pareho naman yung dividend rate, di ba? What Pag-ibig does is they do a proration or a pro-rata approach. Meaning, since 6 months ka lang naka-invest sa 2016, 6 months lang din na dividends ng 2016 yung mapapasa inyo. If you had 12 months, like the January example, then full year din yung makukuha mong dividends. Okay? So, balik tayo dun muna sa scenario 1. Let's say, one time, big time. Now, the good thing is, since niro-roll natin yung investment, so si 44,580 stays in the account, doesn't leave. So, meaning, madadagdag lang siya. This scenario assumes na wala tayong dinagdag na anything to the fund. So, dito, may 644,580 na tayo sa start. Yung buong 644,580 na yan, mag-earn siya ng buong taon kasi nandyan lang siya, hindi mo siya ginalaw. The dividend rate for 2017 is 8.11, meaning nag-earn siya ng 52,275.44 for that year after na-declare na yung dividends. Right? Remember lang guys, hindi nyo to malalaman mismo sa January 2017 kasi hindi pa tapos yung year. So, it's always 1 year delayed. So, kailangan nyo lang i-update yung tracker nyo. Also, the dividends are posted more or less around that time. Mga April, May din siya mag-post sa account nyo. So, just have to monitor it via Virtual Pag-ibig. If you don't have Virtual Pag-ibig yet, you can check this video right here to create a Virtual Pag-ibig account. Super easy to do. You can do it online and it helps you monitor your MP2 account. You can also validate my calculation para makita nyo yung actual dividends kung may na-earn na kayo. Then, third year, tuloy-tuloy lang. Since in this scenario, we're not actually adding anything. Yung unang 600 is, that's it. Wala na tayong dinagdag sa kanya. Here, tuloy-tuloy lang, it will carry forward 696. That will earn 7.41 in 2018, 51,636. Nadadagdag siya. So, what you will notice here is nagdadagdag siya, nag-accumulate siya dun sa balance na kini-carry forward, na at the end of the year, sa 2020, on the 5th year, yung 600 mo actually, nag-gain 800,000 na. And nag-earn siya ng 6.12% dividend rate for that year. So, yung total na makukuha nyo at the end of 5 years is actually 851,728.06. Right? So, kung naglagay ka lang ng 600,000 at the start and nag-earn siya ng dividends, you will earn 851,728. So, ilagay natin dito. 851,728. Okay. Yun yung makuha nyo if one time, big time at the start. Now, pangalawa, same method ulit. So, i-run through ko lang na mas mabilis. In Calculator B, ang sabi natin, 2016 pa rin siya nag-start para pareho yung dividend rates. Pero yung ginawa niya nung nag-open siya, wala akong 600 at the start eh. So, gusto ko lang mag-regular payments. Now, in regular payments, you have two options. In the form, you can actually put in your desired monthly contribution and pwede nyong i-work on with your HR department kung employed po kayo para ma-auto-deduct nila sa inyo yung monthly contributions nyo to MP2 on top of the P1, yung mandatory na Pag-ibig fund na parang 100 pesos ata. Yun. Right? If your HR supports that, then you can have a salary deduction. Not all companies support it, so check with your HR manager para mapag-usapan nyo kung pwede ba yung auto-deduct sa company ninyo. But if you don't have that option, don't worry. You can actually do this quite easily via payment options online. Pinaka-favorite ko is to do it via Paymaya or GCash because you pay a very minimal convenience fee. Mas mura pa yun sa pamasahe mo papunta sa Pag-ibig or sa Bayad Center. But you can also do that very quickly lang through GCash or Paymaya and the payment actually reflects after mga 2 to 3 working days. So, madali lang siya if hindi ka pwedeng mag-auto-deduct. Now here, if 10,000 per month yung nilagay niya, you will notice something here. Sa 10,000 per month, manonotice nyo na lumiliit yung dividend earned ng bawat buwan. It doesn't matter which day of the month kayo nag-contribute. Si Pag-ibig only takes the monthly balance at the end. So, meaning, let's say, Feb 1 ka nag-deposit versus Feb 20, wala talagang difference yun in terms of proration. They don't prorate to the day. They only prorate to the month. So, makita nyo dito, the longer money stays in the account, the higher dividends it will earn kasi nga pinoprorate siya. So, pag nakita nyo, yung 10,000 na nilagay nung January for the same dividend rate, earned 743. Pero, yung 10,000 na nilagay nung December, only earned 61.92, which is basically 1 month out of the 12 months of the year. So, yun lang yung logic niya. At the end of the year, mag-accumulate lahat ng to, 4,829 yung na-earn ng first 120,000 mo. Not bad. But, this is also to help clarify kasi yung iba nalilito na akala ko ba yung dividend 7.4? Bakit 4.8 lang ito? Parang hindi naman yan 7.4% of the 120. Hindi po talaga kasi yung 10,000 nilagay nyo ng pa-buwan-buwan. So, paunti-unti. Kaya siya na po prorate. Then, this 4,829 carries forward into the next year. Magsa-start ka with 124. So, itong dalawa, nag-add lang. Then, nagtuloy-tuloy ka. Sa January, naglagay ka ulit ng 10%, 10,000 per month. Naglagay ka lang, and then nag-earn siya. Same logic. At the end of 5 years, pagkatapos ng 2020, nakakuha ka ng total accumulated na 716,399. So, lagay natin dito, 716,399. Aba, mas mababa pala pag nag-monthly ka or regular payments versus a one-time big time. And why is that? Here, you actually place a total of 600,000. Pareho lang sila. The main difference is not even the rates because we're using the same dividend rates. The main difference is the time invested in the MP2 fund. Meaning, since si 600, nilagay mo siya ng buong-buo doon sa simula, mas maraming time na para kumita siya within the fund. Sa monthly regular payment, since hindi mo siya nilagay lahat nung simula, right? May iba ka ba na nilagay sa year 5 lang? So, mas konti yung time na mag-earn yun and hindi nakapag-compound ng masyado yung pera na yun. Now, so is it bad to actually do regular payments? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying na if we were to compare these two, mas malaki talaga yung kukitain mo if nilagay mo siya at the start. However, obviously, by now, na-notice nyo na, hindi naman tayo lahat may 600,000 na nakatulog nung nagsimula tayo. So, earning 116,000 on your 600,000 is still not a bad deal, di ba? So, it's still much better than putting it in the bank or putting it into maybe even some bonds kasi si MP2 is returning quite a good return, especially in the last 5 years. So, it's still good, just not the best way to do it. Okay, so punta tayo sa last na scenario C, which is annual lump sum at the end of the year. So, ang tanong is, okay, sabi kasi okay yung lump sum eh. Right? Dito lump sum to, ito regular payment. So, okay ba na ipunin ko muna, then i-lump sum ko ng buo at the end of the year? So, try natin. Okay? Very easy lang. Same rates, same years. Ang nag-different lang dito sa year 1 is kailangan mo kasi ng 500 pesos to start. So, nagbukas ka, 500, inipon mo yung lahat ng 10,000 mo per month or yung 120,000 mo na balance for the year. Sa December mo nilagay kasi may nagsabi sa'yo na lump sum yung okay. Right? So, nilump sum mo siya no December. What you will notice here is dahil inantay mo siya na December lang, you still get the 7.43 but naka-prorate siya na 1 month lang. Yung kumita ng buong taon is yung 500 lang. Don't worry though, kasi next year mag-carry forward yan. Right? So, mag-carry forward siya and then it will earn the full amount. Kaso, since lump sum yung strategy mo at the end of the year, nag-antay ka na naman ng December. Right? So, ipon ka or pwede din to na scenario for those na nakalaan yung December bonus nila sa MP2. Ito yung mangyayari sa inyo. What we will do is we will go fast forward to year 2020. Sa dulo, what you will see here is itong dulong-dulo na 2020 na 120, kumita lang siya ng 612. Napakaliit lang. Bakit ba ganun? It still earned the 6.12% dividend rate. Kaso, 1 month lang yung natitira sa kanya kasi. So, naka-prorate yung amount na na-earn niya. At the end of the 5 years, yung accumulated balance mo is 693,369. 693,369. Which means na hindi pala tama yung nagsabi sa akin na lump sum yung mas mataas. Kulang po yun. Lump sum na mas nauna or mas napaaga yung pinakamataas. Because if everything else is held equal, meaning pareho yung amount na nilagay natin in the fund, pareho yung years, kasi para ma-compare natin sila, yung rates pareho lang, ang magbibigay ng pinakamataas na return will be if you placed money as early as possible. Now, ito lang ba yung pwedeng scenarios? Obviously, hindi. Because si MP2 is variable. So, pwede kayong mamili kung anong gusto nyong gawin. Pwedeng every 2 months, every bonus. Kayo talaga bahala because it's purely voluntary. I'm just saying, you can use the calculator to see this. And I would really say, don't feel so bad kung mas mababa siya, right? Just learn how you can maximize your MP2 para makuha niyo yung returns and also para hindi rin kayo madismaya kasi naintindihan niyo kung paano i-compute. I hope this was helpful. I will share the link in the description box below para makita nyo kung paano i-download yung MP2 calculator that I made to help you guys simulate yung mga scenarios na pwedeng mangyari for your MP2 fund. MP2 continues to be one of the safe because they're government-backed, tax-free alternatives yielding very good returns in the Philippines. So I wouldn't discount MP2 as an option in terms of accumulating money, growing wealth, or even saving for a specific purpose because they actually provide really, really good returns at a very low risk. I hope nakatulong po yun. Medyo napahaba, but hopefully this will be a video that can help you. If this helps you, if it helps another friend, feel free to share the video, share the link. I ask you to join my mailing list so that I can share more tips, tools, mga updates in the future videos. If you like this, please give the video a thumbs up and hit the notification bell para ma-notify po kayo once I upload new videos and hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel a lot. If you like this video, please click on these videos right here so that you can learn more on personal finance. Stay safe and I'll see you again on the next one.